People deluded. I'm back again now. Bit of transfer news. It's the slowest day. It's not the longest of days. I mean, it's not the greatest of days in terms of transfer news. But we might as well review the couple of players we've been linked with, or the bits of news. First and foremost, it's completely irrelevant per se to us people, but I've seen Watford and Newcastle are chasing Ismail Assar. For obvious reasons, you know why I mentioned him. Arsenal's been linked with him. We played against Rennes. I think he's got potential. He's probably not of the level to play for a top six club and stuff now, which is maybe why Arsenal should go for him. But allegedly, Watford have had a £30 million bid rejected, while Newcastle are rumoured to offer a player, make an offer for the player. Sorry. Allegedly, he's in no rush to leave Rennes, and quite rightly so. You've got a good place and a good platform to develop. If he develops the way people think he can, then the move will come. The move will come to these clubs, and these great things will happen, sort of thing. Obviously, we've been linked with Carrasco. You've seen Perisic links come back. You've seen us linked with a lot of other wingers. It seems like we've gone cold on the Ismail Assar trail. So we'll see how that goes. PSV, I believe he plays for PSV. Angelino, the fullback, left Manchester City. He's been linked with a whole host of clubs. Manchester City allegedly are entertaining possibly bringing him back as a backup / rotation option, because we know if we was to look at the City squad, one possible area of weakness would be left back. You've got Zinchenko, who's done all right and he's playing games and developing. But if you was to ask him, does he really like playing at left back, I'm pretty sure he'd be honest and say no, he likes to play further forward. Delph has been a stopgap signing there. Mendy's inconsistent issues with fitness. So they could bring him back and he'd be a decent option. And he has really developed since he's been away from City and things like that. We've been linked with him, of course. Apparently PSG as well, and they've been linked with a £25 million bid. Now, to be fair, I wouldn't mind him. To be fair with you, I really would not mind him. He's decent going forward, decent defensively, a bit rough around several edges, and he wouldn't be my first choice. But if he comes, then it's all love, really and truly. I don't think we've got 25 million to spend on him per se, but we'll see. And staying on topic with left backs, people, we've actually been linked with Matthew Targett of Southampton, and so have Liverpool. Now, obviously, you never know how a player's career can pan out. He could develop rapidly in the next 18 months or 2 years or 3 years and become a real household name. Allegedly, he's in regards to the England coaching staff and stuff, he's one they're monitoring. Personally, I'm unsure whether he's going to be the latest sort of fullback off the trending line of Southampton or their long-term answer at fullback. I think he's a decent player. He's committed. He gets forward quite well to a degree, and he plays with his heart. But I just don't think he's off the level, really and truly, man. I think for 23 years of age, I would have thought Target would develop a bit more. I think the way he reads the game can improve dramatically. I think he gets caught flat-footed enough a lot. I don't think he's necessarily the answer. But if Liverpool and Arsenal are linked with him, then scouts might have done their due diligence, or maybe the homegrown boosting. And he was all right whenever he went on loan to Fulham, so that might have boosted his credentials. So we'll see how that one personally develops, people. But for me, I don't think he's personally the answer, to be fair with you. You know I want a fullback, but I'd rather persist with Kolasinac, really. And if Monreal wants to stay, I'd rather persist with that, to be fair with you. The Scottish Mail again has linked Jenkinson with Celtic, and if you read between the lines, allegedly we want Tierney, or I want Tierney as well. Could we possibly offer money plus a promising young player on loan plus the signing of Jenkinson? I'm not too sure. Personally, I know he's got a year left. The club should not entertain a loan offer. I'd rather him go for free. Just get players off the books, man. If Jenkinson's not going to bring a fee, then, and I know he's not on the biggest wages, but just let him go for free. Just let him go. Just let him go for a couple million or for free. Get him off the wages, people. There's several players that need to go. We already know with established players, but I do think players like Jenkinson, no disrespect to him because he carries himself in a professional way. It kind of typifies where the club is at, that underperforming players have been under contract for so long and stuff. And there's a weird bit of our fan base that have this fantasy with Jenkinson. Like, we need to move, whether it's established World Cup winners on, and we need to move players like this on, really and truly, if we're completely honest with ourselves, people. So he needs to move on. Apparently, you lot know Yunus Musa is a young player going to be a scholar for us next season. He's being tracked by Valencia. Now he's been linked with Juventus. You never know. If he deems to go abroad or go elsewhere to continue his career, then who knows. But I don't know how much to read into that. He's played a decent amount of under-18s football and been involved for when he was a schoolboy. He's allegedly going to sign a scholarship. I know players can walk away from it, but it seems to be a place for him to develop here, so I don't see why he would go. But I mean, Valencia could be an attractive proposition, and it's just down to him and his agents, I guess, to decide which is the right move to take. People really and truly. And Gabriel Martinelli, I believe, turns 18 today, like I saw on Twitter. Um, there's a lot of reports that he'll sign a 5-year deal at Arsenal, and an announcement will follow in the next couple of days. I know he's got an Italian passport, or he's sorting out his Italian passport. Depending on the progress of that, probably we'll see when the I's can be dotted and the T's can be crossed in regards to signing for Arsenal and things like that. So we'll see how it develops, people. But for now, I don't think there's many other rumours, so I'm going to keep it moving. Oh yeah, finally, Matt Macy's been told he's allowed to go out from Arsenal. 24-year-old, didn't have the best of loan spells, and he's at the age he needs to go. And on top of keepers, I cannot say his name, but Marcus Schubert, one that allegedly Mislintat wanted at Stuttgart. He wanted to bring through when he was at Arsenal. Someone that was going to sign as a free agent with, I think, a fee still had to be paid to his employers. He's rejected us to go to Schalke allegedly because he believes he has more of a chance of becoming the number one there eventually, because their keeper might leave in 2020. Which you have to respect it. If he believes he's got a clearer pathway and ultimately a bigger chance of advancing his career, and he deems that's for him, then of course you don't like to see this sort of stuff. But it is what it is, man. He could have been a decent, reliable backup option. Who knows, man? I've not seen the player to really comment, people, if I'm completely honest with you. So if he's deemed that he can get football elsewhere, then you just have to say fair play to the man, to be fair. In regards to the news, though, there's not much more to be said on that front, so I'm going to keep it moving. People, deluded. I'm out. Thank you for watching and rocking.